Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's edition of HR Mentorship Learning Series. My name is Oluyemi Adeosun, and the topic we'll be looking at this evening is dynamics of career planning and development. Our facilitator is a first-timer on this platform, and is Mr. Ogunyemi Olawale Nelson. Mr. Ogunyemi Olawale Nelson holds a diploma in business administration and management from Federal Polytechnic Ede and a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology from the Premier University of Ibadan. He is a member of the Nigerian Institute of Training and Development and an associate of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria. He has worked in various organizations, which include in sectors like manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, non-governmental organizations, and publishing. He has well over 15 years of experience. He is a seasoned administrator, certified human resource practitioner, and also an entrepreneur. He's currently the HR and admin manager of Extension Publications Limited, a renowned and reputable publishing firm in Ibadan. Olawale is currently a student member of Chartered Secretary and Administrator of Nigeria ICSAN to also show his pursuits in personal and career advancements. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome tonight Ogunyemi Olawale Nelson as he speaks to us on the topic, dynamics of career planning and development. Over to you, sir.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. Let me first thank God for Dr. Yemi Adeosun for giving me this opportunity. It's a privilege, and I appreciate it. I'll never take it for granted. Like he said, I'm a first-timer on this webinar, but at least for other places I've been featuring, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone. And tonight, the topic before us, like he said, is the dynamics of career planning and development. And when you look at these topics, you will know that it is loaded. It's not just one-off thing. It's something that we can be doing. I pray we'll be able to do it periodically. But for tonight, I trust God to do justice to this topic tonight. Like I said, the dynamics of HR planning and development. Now, the first slide. Let's go back. Let me go back to the dynamics of career planning and development. Now, get going, moving on up. How do we get going? How do we move on up? Now, like I said, there are short notes on dynamic of career planning and development that I have with me. I will be sharing it along my slides. Like I said, I don't like my slides to be too lengthy so that I can give room for question and answer. I will not be doing the talking and talking alone. We all need to contribute. So, like I said, what is career planning? It's a process of identifying your personal goals and mapping it out to make sure that at least you achieve carrying out some steps that will make you to achieve your objective based and your skills, interests, and values. Because when we are talking about career, it has to do with achieving your own skills. Your skill has to be showcased and achieving it, and your area of interest, and also the values. And also, let's talk about career development, a lifelong process of gaining experience, skills, and knowledge to grow and succeed in your choosing career. So when we talk about career development, let's look at the key dynamics. Like we said, we have so many key dynamics, and I believe at the end of this webinar, we will be able to see and actually understand that how do we plan, how do we progress, how do we develop? There are dynamics into it. Then there are so many things we need to understand. You need to understand some things. You have to do self-assessment of yourself. Know your strengths, know your weakness, and your area of interest. That's very number one key. Then the goal setting. You set a goal for yourself. What do you intend to achieve in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 15 years? And you must have seen that career, that is what you have passion in doing. Then you have to explore career exploration, research career path and job opportunities in that area as you are researching. Then also talk about the skill development, learn and upgrade and yourself on the relevant skills. Then you have to talk about decision making too. Choose the best career option based on your goals. Now, let's move to the second slide. I have so many things I need to quickly run through. in the second slide. In the face, you can see the sign I put there: work, home, life. Like we say, work-life balance. Because any career we are choosing, we need to look at the work-life balance. So it won't affect our home, it won't affect our life, and it won't affect our work too at the same time. Everything must corroborate so that we can collaborate it together. In the face of ever-changing world and development all over the world, it's very crucial that as young, able-bodied men and women who are determined to make it to the very top of their respective calling, that we embrace change and align our perspective towards relevance and acclaim. The answers are not far-fetched. From our very homes to the environment around us, even to the place of work, things are changing. There are daily questions we need to ask ourselves. Are you equipped to solve those questions? Questions relating to planning and development. Let's move to next slide. Next slide, sir. Then what is career? Like I described it earlier on, it's a process of identifying personal goals and mapping out steps to achieve them based on one's skills, interests, and values. So let's deep down to what is career. I've tried to define career development. Next slide, sir. Now, some people define their career as working in the same role, industry, field of their entire life. For instance, a person might get a degree in electrical engineering and then spend their next 40 years working in an electrical engineering types of jobs for various companies, and all the while introducing themselves or himself as at a cocktail party as an electrical engineer. That seems pretty straightforward, right? Yes. But as today, the skills you learn you are getting out from town to town. By the time you get to town, you will discover that the skill is obsolete. And the industry you are in today might not even exist in the next 5 years. These are happening, and you can see it around us. Then relating this to the Nigerian environment, it is not surprising anymore that a lot of university graduates do not practice what they studied back in school. It is so glaring, and it is real. It's happening around us. I'm pretty sure that there are witnesses in this gathering. Tell me, what sort of career do you expect that individual to build? Then, so for me, this is where the planning and development comes to play. This is where we need to plan. I've seen many people that are HR guru today, but their first degree is not even related into HR whatever. It's not related to some did chemical engineering, some did physics electronics, but they are striving very well in HR. That is what we are talking about. Although they have a career switch, different from what they study, but they've been able to plan ahead, develop themselves, progress, and make sure that they find their footings in that particular career or chosen career. Let's move on. Next slide. Do you have a job or an occupation or a career? These are three different topics or titles that people we interwoven it these days: a job, an occupation, or a career. Are you confused as to the clear definition of what they really do? Often the terms career, job, and occupation are used ignorantly. There are huge differences, and it is important to understand where one belongs. We need to understand where we belong. Do you belong to a career path or a job path or an occupation? Where do we belong? So that we know how to actually develop ourselves. A job is work for which you receive pay annually or monthly. A biologist at XYZ Biotech company, planning and development is always difficult at this level because it's a job. It's just an ordinary job. You might it's bringing a means of livelihood to you every month, but it's a job. You have never seen it as a career path. It's just that maybe you are out of job and they just tell you an opportunity, just swing to it so that you can able to put food on your table. So it's a different ball game. An occupation is a wide category of jobs with similar characteristics, e.g., physician, scientist, engineer, like I said earlier on. But when we dive into career, a career is a lifetime journey. We need to actually understand that. It's a lifetime journey of building and making good use of your skill, knowledge, and experience. You know, I mentioned value, I mentioned interest, I mentioned the other thing, I mentioned also what you find passion in doing, your skills. So this is what the bedrock of a career. Then, like e.g., chartered accountant, a certified HR, or any other professional qualification you can talk about. So that is what career actually means: a lifetime journey of building and making good use of your skill, knowledge, and experiences that you have gathered over the years. Now, let's move on. Next slide. So career entrance question. The truth we have all come to accept in Nigeria is that it is often very difficult to determine what one career will be. We pick up jobs based on our experiences or skills, but often we do not pause for a split seconds to ask ourselves these questions. Am I passionate about this job? Do I see myself in this line in 10 years' time from now? Will I still do this job if I was not paid for 6 months? Not jokes, not jokes. Will I still do it? Will I still practice HR if I'm not paid or if I'm out of job for like maybe 6 months? I've been out of job during COVID for almost 3 years, and I was doing something related to HR. You understand? Underneath, I was practicing, I was consulting. Even though it doesn't fetch me much money, but I'm still doing it because I find passion in doing it. Am I willing to develop my skill, knowledge, and ability to reach the peak of this job of this career we are talking about? If those questions are not answered, then our career path we say we are choosing is a bit questionable. Is it just solving people's problem? Like I said, what you find passion in doing, your area of interest, you love doing it. Nobody push you. You are there and you find passion in doing it. Is it just solving people's problem? If it's not solving people's problem, then we need to look at it very well. Is it your actually a life-chosen career? Am I happy on this job? Even when your CEO is putting something in place or other line manager is not making things easy for you, are you still happy in doing the job? Am I willing to go for further professional certifications? That's what we need to ask ourselves. There are a lot of people that are practicing HR today, but they've not done CIPM, SPHRI, or whatever the certification you can talk about that has to put you on a high pedestal in HR as a career path. So let's move on. I believe we note all these questions. Pause and think. Let us all together pause and think. As human beings, we are configured to plan. We plan what to eat. We also plan what to wear, when to sleep, when to go to the movies. We even plan how to spend our money. You can see that planning is the key. Like they always say, that he that does not plan is already planning to fail. So how come people hardly plan for their career? Because we need to plan. You can see that man on that picture, the way he's looking, that picture or whatever. How come people hardly plan for their career? We need to plan for our career. So at this point, we need to pause and think. Are we planning for our career? Because if you don't plan, then you cannot even think of development. Our development hang on our level of planning over time, over the years, and where we are today is as a result of our planning in years past. Let's move on. Now, how to plan a career. No one was born into a career. We need to note that. No one was born into a career. Dr. Yemi Adeosun was not born into HR as a career. I was not born into HR as a career. Although many of us, we told line from the beginning of our life that at the end of the day, we looked at it at a particular crossroad that I think I have passion in this thing. I think I have interest in this area. I think I have what it takes. I think I have a value. I think I have what I can contribute. Then we told that line of career planning. No one was born, like I said, into a career. A CEO today was most likely an office assistant yesterday. That has been my story anyway. I started as an admin officer in an NGO, and when I started moving. And when I finished my degree, someone said, with this your passion, with this way you do things, why don't you go and do CIPM? Actually, I wanted to go for my master's degree, but someone told me, said, it's like a mentorship. The person was mentoring me, said, why can't you go for CIPM? CIPM is the body that regulates HR practice in Nigeria. And with your years of experience in administration, then you can actually dive in. And I discovered I have passion in it. There are winning skills that help the top achievers, that the top achievers are following. These qualities have been developed into an acronym. They call it CLAF. CLAF means a change, learn, access, focus, and follow. CLAF. Change, learn, access, focus, and follow. Let's take them one by one. Next slide. Now, change. When asked, would you rather work for change or just complain? 81% of the respondents reply, do I have to pick? This is hard. Actually, we know it's hard because change is constant, but not everybody actually want to change. We want to stay on our status quo. We want our status quo to remain the same. Whereas we need to move on. We need to move from the above image, we see that no one likes to change. No one likes to change. That's the truth. Comfortability is necessity to many, but change is constant. There is nothing we can do about it. We can't dilly-dally about it. Change is definitely constant. Many times, if you refuse to change, change itself will push you to change. We change constantly, and so does the world around us, including the working world, because a single occupation may not take us from the beginning to the end of our working lives. Adaptability is an important skill to carry into the future. If you are not ready to adapt to a change or to a system, then we are not ready for the business. Likewise, I remember when my uncles and my aunties, when they are in the government setting, civil service, when they are moving from typewriting to computer, many people resist the change. They don't want to move. Some of them think that this thing will take our job. And those people that knows that if they don't metamorphose into computer as it were, then they can lose their job. Some of them, I know people that are already 55, just 5 years for them to retire, and they move into it and they enjoy it today. Some of them are even, one of them I know very well is doing what she's doing now. She has a computer center now as a retirement plan. She has been doing it for over 10 years now, because she was able to do that because she was ready to metamorphose and to adapt to that, to change. We need to actually embrace that. Then let's move on. The next one, the next slide. Learn. Knowledge they say is power. Graduating with a second class upper is no longer the answer in the emerging world, in the emerging labor market. Opportunities to learn are everywhere. Are you embracing them? Learn to recognize them and make your learning a lifelong experience. It has to be, like I said earlier on, career is like is a skill that you have acquired, and you are continuing to acquire it. You learn, you unlearn, and you relearn, and you make it a lifelong experience. If it's not lifelong experience, then we are not ready for the business. You will be respected for it. You are the number one person to light up your career. Like in that image, you can see the light in the middle of those people that are in circle. They are the number one person. I am the number one person to light up my career path. No other person will do it for you. And if they do, see it as a great opportunity. And those opportunities are no longer there. What they are there, some people are privileged that their organization actually send them to training, develop them, make them skillful, upskill them, and things like that. But those opportunities are very rare these days. So if your organization is not developing you, if they're not training you, you also train yourself. Train yourself so that you can upskill and you can get better over time. Next slide. Access. You are your own number one ally. You are your own number one ally. You need to access. However, the journey of life is not taken alone. Friends, family, teachers, neighbors, any of them can be willing and helpful allies when it comes to judging what step to take in life. I've told you, I wanted to opt for master's degree in UI, and someone is a mentor to me and is still mentoring me today. Like I mentioned his name in the person of Mr. Akin Akipelu. He was the one that walked up to me and said, Wale, why don't you try CIPM? Understand? The Bar Associate then. And I plug in, and I discovered that I have value for what I plug into. Value for it today. Because if I went to do masters, so masters is good, but he said something that caught my fancy that time. He said, if you are not pouring lecturing aspect of this thing, then first of all, do CIPM. Start doing CIPM, you are qualified, you get good job. Then you can go back and do masters. At your leisure, you can do masters. And I embrace it. And today I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Consult with mentors and develop professional networks. No man is an island. What I'm doing today is because of a professional network. When I plug into HR Hangouts, many people have been there before I came, before I joined. I met someone that told me, have you heard about HR Hangouts in Ibadan? I said, hey, wow. And I plug in. And I'm enjoying it today. There are a lot of meetings I've gone through HR Hangout. We met ourselves here. And even at times, if I don't attend the webinar here, I go back to Dr. Yemi Adoshoun YouTube page. I pick those topics I missed and I listen to them. And before you know it, those are the areas in which we need to develop ourselves. Access your personality. Access your personality. Dress for success. If you go about in a rumple shirt, unpolished shoes, unkept hair, and rough outlook, imagine how you will be addressed by people. Power dressing is a charismatic key to unlocking your inner power. So when we are trying to achieve and building our career path, you want to have certification, you want to get certification, get certificate and all those things. At the same time, we need to dress to where we are going. So we are planning and developing ourselves in our career path. And the dressing I'm talking about does not need to be expensive. Just let it be iron shirt, fitted one, and you are good to go. You are good to go. Next slide. Now, focus on the journey. And I say I talk about class. So focus on the journey. How do we focus? How do we focus on the journey? Traveling through life is like traveling down a road. Having a destination gives direction, but most of the time is spent moving along. We move along, but when we move along, we should move along with people of like mind. Pay attention to the journey with all its pitfall, and mind you, there will be pitfall, there will be sidetracks, there will be distractions, and also there will be opportunities and highways to new destinations. So we need to pick those things, ignore the pitfall. Even though when we fall, we should be able to dress ourselves back and move on. Sidetracks, like the pitfall I'm talking about now. When I was doing CIPM, I didn't have everything smooth. I have some rough roads, I have some pitfall. I know some particular course subjects that I failed twice. In fact, as a matter of fact, there is a course they call project analysis or something like that. I think I didn't forget. I failed it almost like 3 times. I failed it like 3 times, but I didn't let it weigh me down. Pension and insurance, it was the second time I did it. I passed it. So, like I'm saying, with all those pitfalls, we need to understand them. We should not let it weigh us down. We should move on. Sidetracks, they are there. You can see the picture there. They were trying to run. Someone hit the track, the first one, and he's raising his hand up. That okay, I won. I'm there already. People are also at the back. People that are at the back, they are looking for the person in front. That does not mean they will not get there. But you know, there are some people at the back that they can be discouraged and they will stop doing it. They won't achieve the goals. Opportunities and highways to new destination, because career planning and progress and development is like a destination. And I pray all of us to get to our destination. You will not be praised every time. Colleagues may not even like your face. Even your boss may sometimes think you are overzealous, but carry on. Focus on the journey. Don't be discouraged. Don't let distraction weigh you down. Sidetracks, pitch for opportunities and highways to new destinations. And let's try and achieve that. And God will help us. Next slide. Yeah, follow your head, your heart plus your head. Dreaming about your future can help you understand what you want in life. Knowing what you want and keeping it in your mind can give you the motivation you need to deal with the challenges of your career. There are challenges, like I said earlier on, there are challenges in our career, but there are challenges in planning and progress and developing our career path. There will be definitely challenges. At times, you will not have money. I remember when I got qualified February 2019, and I don't have money to go and do induction in May. My wife had to borrow me money to do induction in November 2019. You get my point now? So there are challenges on our ways. It could be finance, it could be physical, it could be material, it could even be mental. But we should not rest on our noses. We should move on. We should look at that dream. Never be afraid to dream. Always consider your gut feeling. The number one strategy of career achievers is the ability to make decisions within the snap of a finger. They don't procrastinate. We do not need to procrastinate. And like I said earlier on, I mentioned some key dynamics. They are not on the slide here, but let me quickly mention them. I talked about key self-assessment. You need to self-assess ourselves. Goal setting. You need to set a goal. What do you want to achieve in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Let's set a goal. Then career, explore that career very well. It's part of exploring the career. This is why we find ourselves doing CIPM and having ACIPM, MCIPM, and FCIPM. You understand? It's because we find that career, we explore that career very well. You understand? Skill development. We should need to learn and upgrade ourselves. Then decision making. If I don't have the ability to make decision that time when Mr. Akinpelu woke up to me that year, if I can't make decision, I won't be where I am today. Then implementation. That's one of the key. Implementation. Take steps short as applying for job or training. Apply for job and also go for training. There are a lot of training you can go for. There are trainings on Udemy, on Coursera. Many of them, there are plenty online. Some of them you will not even pay. You just subscribe, and before you know it, you are there. There are tips to get there, mentorship, even on LinkedIn. A lot of things you can glean on LinkedIn. Those are the things we need to do. Then number 7, feedback and review. Check progress and adjust plan regularly. Your plan, just look at it. You look at the overview of your plan, research into it, check it. Have I been able to achieve this? Am I there? No, so you have to look at that so that you will know that whether you are progressing or you are not progressing. Then also factors influencing career plan. There are a lot of factors that are influencing it. Individual can influence it. Like I said, interest, education, abilities, and motivation. You need to motivate yourself. No one will be there to motivate you. You have to motivate yourself. That is one of the key. Then organizational factors that influence your career planning. Your organization can also influence it. Training, promotion, and mentorship, like I said earlier on. But be it as it may be, many of us, we don't have opportunity of working in an organization that will train us. We don't have that opportunity. But if the opportunity is not there, you to train yourself. Even though they say if you don't train them, don't blame them. Those analyses now, they are not carrying weight any longer. If you don't train them, don't blame them. Then if you don't train yourself, don't blame anybody. You have to train yourself. You have to work on yourself. You have to build up on yourself. And that's it. Then environmental, it's also factor. Economic and technological changes is factor for us to push ahead and plan. The system we are using today, things are changing. Like the word of AI is here. Some are even saying now that don't deceive yourself. ChatGPT will soon be obsolete. AI is coming and is around us. It's around us. People are using it. Just give a 5 years old baby a phone. You will be surprised how he or she will navigate. So we need to be up there. We need to be up and doing and understand our games. We need to know our onions. Then the last one here is socio-cultural, family, peers, and social expectation. Also help us. It's also a factor influencing career planning. Families, some of us, our family pushes us. Our cousins, our nephew, our nieces, they pushes us. When you see the dynamic things they are doing, you also want to encourage yourself to also make sure that you achieve something for yourself. Then what are the importance of career planning and development? Because when we are talking about all this, what are the importance? It gives direction and purpose. It gives you direction and purpose. When any other thing like a sidetrack, distraction comes, you know what you are aiming at, and you are not discouraged. You just pursue that thing. Gives direction and purpose. Then number 2, it increases job satisfaction and performance. It increases your job satisfaction and it increases your performance. You understand? Build adaptability and continuous growth. You are able to adapt on time because those things that you are pushing, new things that they are new clients they are putting in your organization or your place of work, it's not going to be new to you because you have already developed yourself. You are there. You are there. When your MDCO is traveling at 20 kilometers, you are already at 40 kilometers. So whatever he's bringing, you can just try and say, okay, please let me try and research into that. But you already know it. You understand? And the following day, just tell him, okay, this and this and this and this, and this and this and this. And they will take you for what you do and you will be recognized. And you will be rate high and important. Then also build adaptability and continuous growth. Like I said, help organizations identify and develop talent. Career succession. You understand? Succession plan. You put them in place. Some of us are HR, whatever. I remember in my place of work, sometimes I noticed a skill gap in a particular department. The line manager in that department was not around. It is not available. She was on leave. But I discovered that how the members of staff there, they are calling him sick. And I looked at it. Why are they calling him sick? And I probed into the situation. I discovered that where 3 people supposed to be, there's only one person that is there. Why won't the person call him sick? Why won't the person say I'm tired? Because the person is overwhelmed. And before the person came back, I tried to design something and I walk up to my MDCU. I said, sir, this and this and this area, and there is a skill gap there, and we need to fill it. He said, what do we do? I said, we need to recruit. Because the person that is overwhelmed, by the time the person falls sick, it will affect the job. So it helps organization to identify and develop talents. Then stages in career development. That will be the last one before I finish my slide. Stages in career development. There are stages of career development. There are some that are at the low level, they are just picking it up. There are some that they are the middle level. There are some that are the highest level, like my powerful brother here, Dr. Yemi Adeosun. We still look up to him. We still look up to Dr. Yemi Adeosun because he's high up there. We are just baby coming up. Now, stages of career development, exploration, discovering interest and options. These are the stages. You have to explore, like I said. You have to explore what do you want to delve into. Explore it. You have to know what it takes to achieve that thing. It's like a goal setting. Explore it. Dig it out. Look into it. Research into it. Analyze what it takes you to achieve it. Then number 2 is establishment. Starting and stabilizing a career. You need to establish yourself before you start to stabilize your career. They are the key. Then number 3, mid-career, seeking advancement or reassessment. These are not in my slide, but Dr. Yemi Adeosun can share it. I've sent a short note to him. He can share it along with the slide. Then the mid-career, seeking advancement and reassessment. You have to seek for advancement and reassess yourself. Even when your organization is not assessing you, it's not reassessing you, you need to reassess yourself. Then the last one is late career, mentoring and preparing for retirement. It's also key. There are some people in HR, like sometimes ago, there's a particular event in Ibadan, and I saw the former president of CIPM, Dr. Akim. I can't remember the second name now. And I walked up to greet him because he was the president when we got qualified in 2019. I walked up to him, I had a chat with him, and he encouraged me. These are the things we need to embrace. Don't look down on yourself. When you see people that are high up there in your career, walk up to them. They will not send you away. Walk up to them and develop yourself. Mentoring is one of the key, and preparing for retirement. We are not retiring, so we are powerful people. That's it for that. So let me go back to my slide. Steve Jobs said something. He said, your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you have not found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you will know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it's just get better and better as the year rolls on. It gets better. Like in HR Vanguard, I want to thank Dr. Yemi Adeosun for that idea, for that creativity, for that innovation of Ibadan HR Vanguard. It's across the state in Nigeria, but we are the good one in Ibadan. We are very great in Ibadan HR Vanguard, and we are going to get there. If you can imagine, if some of us are not, we don't know what they call Ibadan HR Vanguard, or we don't have anybody that will link us into that particular pool of innovative people, creative people. No, we'll still be pursuing our career, we'll still be practicing our career, but there are so many things we need to get from ourselves. Like the scripture says, it says, iron sharpened iron, as a man sharpened the countenance of his friend. Like in that Ibadan HR Vanguard, we are sharpening ourselves. We are sharpening ourselves and we are developing ourselves together. There are opportunities I've seen people getting from that Ibadan HR Vanguard. And I know that is how it is across board. The next slide, I think that will be the second to the last slide. Next slide. Okay, I think that's the last one. I want to say, and I want to drop cutting here that see you at the top. You can see that man in that picture. He was trying to climb a ladder. I mean, a staircase. Let me put it as that. The first leg is on the first box, and you can see he was trying to put the second leg on the third box. And if you look at it very well, if care is not taken, the man can fall. But if he masters his game very well, he may not fall or he may fall. But I just want to advise us, as we are aiming to the top, to get to the top, let's take it slowly, steadily, and with caution. And God will help us by his grace. So I've come to the end of my webinar tonight. I want to appreciate everyone for joining and for listening. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Doctor.
you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the
Yes, sir.
opportunity.
You are welcome. Any
Yes.
questions, any comments, any contributions, ladies and gentlemen, before we call it a wrap? This has been very energetic, and you will know somebody speaking from both experience and also speaking from the heart. The passion is contagious. I've been really uplifted just listening to him. And even me, I'm fired to do more. Fired to do more.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm checking. A lot of people are appreciating you and thanking you, celebrating you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uncle K, you want to say anything? Maybe we will finish it from Ibadan connection.
Uncle K, I want to hear from you. Comments, feedback. I also want to learn.
Nelson, my man.
Thank you.
Fantastic presentation. Doctor has said, this is for this thoroughly I feel like I can just
Thank you. It seems your network is somehow.
Well, you know that Ibadan has levels. So maybe it's not living on any of the 7 hills in Ibadan. It's living in one of the valleys. Thank you so much. Any other
Thank you, Uncle K.
Contribution? Uncle K has been thrown off the meeting. Okay, he's trying to join back.
He has joined back.
Comments or contributions? If not, we can just unmute and celebrate our brother, our tutor, our facilitator, our mentor, our leader for tonight, Mr. Olawale. Thank you so much, sir. We can unmute and we'll just say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Dr. Adeosun, and everyone that joined this webinar.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.